Well, following protests this week that saw hundreds of Tongaat residents taking to the streets, local government has met with frustrated residents. Now, the protest was prompted by the ongoing water crisis in that area. Since the April floods, the area has been without water. eNCA's Lethiwe Mdluli is following that story for us very closely, and she joins us now live. Thank you so much, Lethiwe, for joining me. Let's talk about the residents first. How are they feeling? Because we heard earlier that there has been some relief granted with the water tankers that have been provided. Are they happy with that?
Well, Baron, some good news for the residents of Tongaat. I've spoke to them earlier on today, and a lot of them are happy that officials have met with them and they came with a plan. You remember that on Thursday they took to the streets and they protested against the ongoing water crisis in that area. And part of the reason why that area is without water for months now is because of the floods that took place back in April. You remember that the water treatment plant that supplies the whole of Tongaat was actually washed away by the floods, which caused that part of the city to not have water for this amount of time. Now, residents do understand that the water treatment plant is not accessible right now. It doesn't work. But their main issues now had to do with the fact that the municipality here in eThekwini failed to provide them with enough water tankers to supply the whole area. Some of the promises that the officials made when they visited that area during the floods and during the time where the recovery was taking place was that they will supply the area with over 27 tankers, but that has not been happening. And while speaking to residents over the past few months, they've been sharing that majority of those water tankers, they don't know where they go. They only get like one water tanker in a week, and sometimes they go for 7 days without seeing a water tanker. Now, the municipality also installed JoJo tanks in streets across Hambanati and other areas within Tongaat, and residents were saying that those JoJo tanks remain without water for maybe 2 weeks on end, and these were the frustrations from residents. And they were also saying that it's a hazard for young children to actually store water in containers and buckets, because more recently a toddler actually died while he fell into a container that was storing water at his daycare center. All these frustrations were building up. We saw residents in June protesting. We saw them protesting also in July, and now they're protesting once again. But the good news is coming from Tongaat is that officials have met with them yesterday night, actually last night. The Minister of Water and Sanitation met with the residents along with the Kokta MEC here in the province, Sihle Zikalala, and also the eThekwini Mayor, Mxolisi Kaunda. We also saw him again, Kaunda, meeting with the residents today at the Tongaat Sports Center. He has made a lot of promises. While speaking to the residents about these promises and getting their reaction to what they've been promised, this is what the Senzo Mchunu actually and also the resident had to say.
But what has been happening and what we've picked up today very clearly in no uncertain terms, and also from yesterday's demonstration, is that people are not satisfied with the management of tankering in this area. They accept that tankering is the immediate solution, but at the same time, the way it is managed, it is leaving gaps and it is leaving them with concerns. Now, we have said, as a reaction to that, because that's absolutely the work that needs to be done by eThekwini municipality, we have requested Mayor Kaunda, Deputy Mayor Mavundla, to hold a meeting with their senior officials tomorrow, and they've agreed to that, and with councillors, so that they can improve the management of water tankering. Together with, that has to do with communication. It will have something to do with councillors taking an active role in managing water tankers when they arrive, communicating with and managing drivers, and making sure that they satisfy the community. There are 26 trucks that the municipality has released for this place.
Yes, indeed, and they've done it overnight. And we can see that yesterday we've seen a number of tankers. This morning we've seen new tankers, services that has come in. And what is more impressive, that the mayor has been so affirmative on this. He's not pulled any punches. He's drawn the line. I think he's had enough. He's been taking the flak as a #1 citizen. We are impressed. I think GCA, we are impressed. It's just that for the service providers to deliver, and I think he's outlined very clearly that it's either you ship in or ship out. If you can't deliver, you out. And I think that's impressive.
Yes, I have seen water tankers giving us more water, especially yesterday. There was a great change. I feel that it should stay like this till we have water on our taps.
Well, just to get back to what that last gentleman said, of course, water tankers are not the permanent solution here. Do we have a clear timeline as to when running water will be restored in the area?
Well, Baron, the Water and Sanitation Minister did assure residents that they will have running water on their taps by the 1st of October. Now, this has been something that the municipality and also local government has been promising residents since April. And residents are concerned about this timeline because they haven't actually seen any work towards or being done towards that water treatment plant that was washed away in April. They are saying that engineers are promising that by October they will have water, and they are saying that they need that permanent solution because right now this temporary plan is actually not working out for them. They don't know whether the Lethiwe municipality will actually keep to their promise with the 27 water tankers in that area, or they are also going to be seeing a decrease in the number of water tankers supplied after they're done with protesting. So they want a permanent solution in place, but the timeline that has been given by government is October 1st, and residents are saying that they are hopeful that this timeline will actually come through. But the main issue now is to actually find out whether that water treatment plant, whether work has actually begun. The Water and Sanitation Minister also said that some of their plans include redirecting water from the Hazelmere Dam here in Durban so that they will actually supply majority of Tongaat with water. So some areas will experience water shedding. They'll only get water for a certain amount of time during the day, and most of that water will be coming from Hazelmere Dam. They're still trying to work around that system where they'll redirect water to the Tongaat area. But yeah, of course, residents will have water by the 1st of October, according to officials.
Thank you, Lethiwe, for keeping us updated on that story. Very important, of course, the water crisis in Tongaat. And hopefully 1 October is the promise that running water will be restored there. Let's see if that will be the case.